come to the part of the podcast where you're going to help me answer some stuff.
Okay.
So this is going to be easy for you.
I don't know. I'm nervous about this part.
You grew up here.
Okay. That's
you
true.
know stuff. It's in your soul.
It's deep in there.
Remember, we have 2 visitor centers. People text us. They email us. They send us letters.
Mm-hmm.
They walk in, and it's a part of the podcast we call We Get Questions. Have you seen these questions? You have not? No, I haven't given you, right?
Okay.
No, I'm just making sure. Ready? I can hand them to you now, or you just do it blind. It's up to you.
Let's just do it.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Ready? First of all, a friend is doing a retreat at Westerbeek Ranch, which is here in town. And before I pick her up and drop her back at Sonoma County Airport, we're looking for some good places for lunch in Sonoma Valley.
Ugh.
Any recommendations?
Valley Swim Club would be right on the way.
It would be right on the way.
Couldn't be more
It's over there by
convenient.
Westerbeek, right? So that's a great one. We're going to do
Yes.
Valley Swim Club. Okay.
Others, though.
Oh, hold on, but they should get the cod sandwich, and they should,
Oh.
or they should get the oyster mushrooms.
They should get oyster mushrooms, cod sandwich. They should maybe get a salad.
Okay.
And some soft serve.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Maybe a spicy tuna bowl.
Oh, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that's an easy one.
Yeah.
But we can't just promote your restaurant. I mean, we can.
Mm.
I mean, so you're like Valley Swim Club, Valley Bar and Bottle, and the new restaurant you're going to open after the podcast.
My dear friend, Leanna Osceola, who I went to high school with, she was my best friend in high school. She just opened a place called, I think it's called Osceola's Home Slice. It is in Rincon Valley, so it's like right when you get into Santa Rosa if you're heading that way.
Is it in the Skyhawk area?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
I can't remember. It used to be like Ricky's, maybe.
Oh my gosh, where Ricky's was. That's right. Okay.
Is that right? I don't know.
Maybe, because there were a couple different spots up there.
Yeah. So I'll plug
okay.
that one.
Good. So,
because she has, I think it's like the sous chef from Rosso Pizzeria. So I haven't had Home Slice yet, but I really like Rosso.
So it's a pizza place.
Pizza place, yeah.
Rosso's quite good.
Yeah. I'll plug that one.
Okay, it's good.
And it depends on the timing of when you're leaving, but there's also more pizza at Buck's Place, which is new as well.
Okay, let's talk about Buck's Place.
But that would
I haven't been there yet.
I think that's their only evening hours. So
I think
it depends
so.
on the drive.
And
timing.
that's a wonderful venue.
Mm-hmm.
It's been many things, but for live music.
Yeah.
Right? And that was because it was Real and Brand.
It was Real and Brand. It was
Little Switzerland.
but it was a barbecue place.
Right. But it's got
That's awful
it's got a
that I can't
huge
remember
patio
that.
and a big area there. So go to Buck's.
Yeah, I think Bucks, but obviously it depends on the timing.
No timing there.
What
Okay,
the
good
driving
one.
is happening.
That's great. See, you've done it. That was easy.
Okay, good.
I also say if those ones aren't open, so it sounds like Swim Club's open 7 days a week.
Swim Club is closed on Sunday and Monday.
Sunday and Monday. Okay.
But
so,
open we have coffee starting at 7 a.m. And then we just kind of like go straight through with food starting at 11. There's breakfast, there's burritos and stuff like that in the morning.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if those places are closed, if you're heading up north the valley, going up 12, Salt and Stone, I think they're open almost every day. I go back and look. They're closed Tuesday, so that's a classic there. And I don't know if like Palooza's open, I think for lunch. But the new Golden Bear Station,
I have
the
no idea
animal
what
people.
the hours are yet.
Me neither. I saw the sign up though, so I was very excited.
People
about
have
that.
gone.
Have you gone yet?
No.
Okay, so we can't personally vouch for it.
No.
But we should go.
I'm sure it's delicious.
That's going to be your fifth business, whatever's up there, when you're opening the custard stand. Good. All right, good. You answered that one right. Here comes another one. Ready? Hey there. We're planning a visit around a concert in Santa Rosa on March 20th. Not my first trip to Sonoma, so I want off-the-beaten-trail ideas for wineries that have great white, but not oaky shards, sparklers, interesting tours or settings, and other things to do as a solo traveler. Welcome. This is from Facebook. So they're going to be up in Santa Rosa, but coming to Sonoma Valley area, and off the beaten trail ideas and wineries that are not oaky shards.
Not oaky shards.
Yeah.
Okay. White wine, not oaky shards, sparkling. Iron Horse
Oh, good call.
for sparkling.
Okay, Green Valley. Yep.
That's a spot that I love. I'm going to say Idlewild's Tasting Room up in Healdsburg is a good option for unexpected whites. He primarily works with Italian varieties, so you won't find a Chardonnay there, I don't think.
Okay.
Lioco up there as well.
That's a good one.
Chardonnay, but generally not very oaky.
Right.
What
What makes wines oaky? What happens there?
Oak.
They throw oak in it. Or they put it in a barrel.
I know. It's a fascinating
But that's a
thing,
function
but-
of a lot of Chardonnays are to get that oak, and sometimes they get that buttery.
I mean, I honestly, I have no personal qualms with white wine going into oak, especially Chardonnay. I think Chardonnay can take to oak really well. My issue comes from when they're trying to make it. But the thing is, wines that are made well with the correct oak use, especially if you want new oak on it to make it oaky, are going to be expensive because new oak barrels are expensive.
They are very expensive.
So-
$800 to $1,200 to
Yes.
$1,800 for one barrel.
So if you want a wine that is oaky and buttery, but it is also cheap, my friend, you are going to end up with a headache.
Are you telling me that might not be? Yeah, it might not be sitting in a
Might not
super
be
expensive oak
sitting in
barrel
a-
for a long time at
exactly.
all. It might be a different additive.
So that's my issue.
Okay, I like that, and that's a good point. Also, you mentioned new oak because oftentimes a barrel can be used several times.
Right.
So it's like a white wine, maybe a red wine, and then finally it ends up as a tomato planter. When you kinda go there.
Exactly.
Good. So I like that. Interesting tours. This woman asked for, I would say, a bike tour. I like the e-bike tours because they're fun. They're a neat way to see stuff. But if you're not like super into wine, like some people go on wine tours and they're not like cork dorks, right? And so
Right.
all of a sudden they're like, I'm not having a good time.
Yeah.
But like the e-bike tours, you can just sort of wander around or see this, the scenery or take a picnic or something like that.
Yeah. Also,
And-
like
right.
kayaking or something.
Oh, it'd be a great one. Yeah. Well, people kayak in Russian River.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. You can kayak on Sonoma Creek if you're brave and don't mind pushing through mud.
I think there might be some stuff you can do out of Petaluma
And
too.
Petaluma, you can actually Petaluma has some good, there's a good kayaking shop down there.
Yeah.
And you can rent stuff and go through the slough, although it was changed by Congress to the Petaluma River, so it could be dredged. There you go.
Okay.
It's technically a tidal slough. Who knew?
An estuary.
Estuary. Good job. There you are. Okay, good. Here's another one. And you're doing a great job so far. You're really good.
Okay.
I'm bringing a group of senior couples to Sonoma for a day and looking for an activity that doesn't require too much walking, but incorporates like history or culinary classes or nature. Got any ideas?
Ooh, that is a tough one. I mean, but not to say that there's not a ton of stuff that you can do that doesn't
Right.
incorporate a lot of
Walking. Right.
I'm just trying to think of what's the best thing that incorporates all that stuff.
Right. Oh, it could be one or the other. Like, so it could be like, well, do you know anybody that does cooking classes for groups?
That is a good question. Because there used to be a spot here in town,
Oh, right.
but I don't know if they're doing that anymore.
There is like cheese making classes through a woman named Shauna Davis at Epicurean Connection. She does have a place on 8th Street East where you can go there and do it. And sometimes, and you're right, like there's also classes at the Sonoma Community Center.
I was going to say the community center probably is the place that I would recommend.
where they have
for most of
classes all the
that.
time. But they're not like a cooking school per se. Like
Yeah.
cooking schools go there and rent space and do it.
What about the women's club? I feel like they often have.
Oh,
some
they do have cool stuff. That's a
going
neat
on.
building too.
Yeah.
That's a great one. Okay,
I
the
love
Women's
that
Club.
building.
I'll look at that. That's on 1st Street East, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is 1st Street East. About a block away from the Visitor Center.
Mm.
I did mention that history is pretty easy in Sonoma.
Yeah.
We've got the Mission, we've got the Toscano Hotel, we've got the Sonoma State Historic Park. We have your building, which is a historic building.
Just come hang out at Valley, get your history.
Well,
have some
actually, there
wine.
is like a man named George Weber. I've had him on the podcast before. He does do history walking tours, and he will adapt them for the groups. So
There you go.
if you won't want to walk that far, he can kind of do it. And then also there's a Sonoma Plaza tour, but that one's on iPhones or like you scan QR codes and watch videos. So might not be perfect for this group, but it'd be kind of interesting. You watch ahead of time, so that'd be good. And the final one I pitched was for nature. If you go up to Sonoma Botanical Garden, even though you have to walk it, they do have the ability to have golf carts for people with limited mobility. And you can see both amazing plants from East Asia as well as local California plants. And they have a great exhibit on bonsai right now.
Yeah, I love
and I
it
don't
there.
think you have to walk very far around a bonsai tree because they're only 18 inches tall. So I think that's a good one you should go do.
I will put one more out there too, which
Go.
isn't exactly right here in town, but the Hydron Meadery.
What's this? What? Wait, the what?
So mead
Mead, like this, the
The
honey
beverage that's made from honey, yes.
beer, which like Beowulf drank and like
Yeah.
got Grendel. And wait, for real?
Yeah, there's a meadery out West County that it's just a beautiful property, and they have a little shop there. They usually have flowers.
Okay.
They have some really beautiful stuff, and I think it would be a lovely sort of natural place to sit
people
and
out
be
there.
for a while.
Wait, what's it called?
Hydrun?
Hydrun Meadery.
Heidrun, I want to say, or it might be an I before an
Wait,
E
are they
situation.
also a wine? No, I've been to a cidery out there.
I think
They
they
also had
just
wine
do
and
mead.
cider. So it's mead. So it's a different place. We were out. They were playing music. It was very West County.
Yeah, my friends, I actually shucked some oysters for a friend's birthday one year out there.
really?
It was like a really cool place, just kind of like hang out, and they kind of let you do your thing, I think, more or less.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And
Great.
by the way, funny you haven't seen these before, but great segue to my final question.
Okay.
Oysters.
Oysters.
Where is a good place to get oysters?
Oh, why have oysters gotten harder and harder? I used to take everyone to Hog Island.
Yeah.
I love Hog Island,
out on the Marin
but
Coast.
it's just become a lot harder to do. And I don't blame them for making it harder, because the last couple of times I went, it was
Pretty much a madhouse.
chaos.
So there was a place out when you went towards the coast of Sonoma. You go south to Marin, and then there's a bay down there, and there were oyster farms,
I don't know.
whatever you call them. It's a Hog Island, and one of them you could kind of pull up and get oysters from them.
Yeah.
And barbecue and
Shuck
chill
your
out, shuck
own.
your own, lose a finger, no
Yeah,
problem.
I guess that's what
Just stab
probably
right through your
happened.
palm.
Yeah, I don't
But
think you
they
can do that
don't-
anymore.
Are they still open, or are they just not?
They're
doing
open. I think you have to like make an appointment. You have to
Okay.
reserve a table. I think it's harder to just go into. So I'm going to amend. I mean, I still think try to go to Hog Island if
Right.
you have time to organize it. But I also really love the Marshall store, which is,
Okay.
I think, a little bit farther south down the coast. And you can't shuck your own or do any of that sort of stuff. But they do really great, fresh oysters, and then also some baked ones and things like that.
Oysters
So,
usually from that area.
yeah, right there.
They bring them there.
Yeah.
So those are good. Those are both in the Marin Coast, not far from here. It's about 45 minutes. An
Yeah,
hour,
easy
something.
drive. Easy drive out to the coast
And
and
some
drive
great
that's
hiking
worth
out there.
doing.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Great. A lot of people go hiking out there
Mm-hmm.
on that area. If you're looking for restaurants, I know here, I think in Kenwood, Salt and Stone has oysters.
Mm-hmm.
Petaluma has a place called the Shuckery.
That's true.
And they have the oyster, what they call the Oyster Girls, or was that the Shuckery? I can't remember, but they had oysters. Oysters will appear on menus at restaurants.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, the farmer's market, sometimes you will see Santa Rosa Seafood or Annie's or Anna's Seafood will have
Anna's
oysters.
Seafood House. Yeah. If you want to go buy a bag in Petaluma, Anna's Seafood,
She's
and
got
then
'em
have
there.
them. Yeah. I think that's like.
So you know how
such
to
a
shuck an
gem
oyster
for-
without stabbing your palm.
Usually. Yes.
My kids bought me one once, and it's still in the package. I look at that thing, I'm like, I'm going to put that right through my hand.
Someday I'll try.
I know, I got to get
You
like a
gotta get the
special chainmail glove.
Yeah.
I know, that's just
You
like...
gotta have do not
it-
do it without a glove, or at least a very thick.
Is that
towel.
the way to do it? Okay, it just looks daunting, because
Yeah.
like, I'm just going to, and like people are like, how did you lose a hand?
Yeah.
An oyster.
What happened to that?
And what do you know much about oysters? I don't know a lot about them. West Coast and East Coast type and something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I know what I like,
Okay.
but I don't like.
Are they raw oysters, or do you like them like the Rockefeller?
I like
kind of-
raw. I
Okay.
like small raw. I like Kumamoto's
Okay.
are probably up there with my favorites. There is a kind that I found recently that has like a really pretty striped shell, and it's really like deep. There's something about like how much they roll that creates the shape of them and all this stuff.
okay.
So like the different waters and how
like the tides are
knocked
moving.
around
or
they
something.
get
Okay.
and stuff like that make them the different shapes and make them sweeter or brinier and all this stuff. But clearly I don't know enough about them, but I can see them and know that that's going to be
And
the
they're
kind
like
that
a
I
good kind of oyster.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Well, that's good. You answered the question well. Good
Okay.
job. You
Yay.
gave. See, like you're done being a volunteer there. You're done. You
I-
did it,
I
lady.
can't-
You're amazing.
I'm off the clock.
Lauren, so thank you so much for coming along here and answering our questions and telling us more about Valley. Is there anything I failed to ask you, by the way?
Probably.
As you're driving away.
Yeah.
You should have asked this.
I'm sure there's stuff I'm supposed
When's
to
the best
say,
time for
but-
people to come visit your restaurants?
I mean, honestly, anytime.
Mm-hmm.
We're sort of in the, January, February will be a slower time, and we'd really just love to see
Yeah,
everybody,
see people come
especially
there.
our locals. It's a great opportunity to nurture our local
Right.
relationships.
Right.
So, once it starts to get kind of busy and crazy around, it becomes harder. But we're just always so happy to see our locals and have our regulars.
And you're right. It's January, February, March is when you see a lot of people who are from here. So if you are visiting, it's not as busy, and it's also a chance to kind of talk to. Oftentimes, the guy at the bar next to you is a winemaker, or the woman next to you is got her own distillery or restaurant or farm or something like that.
Yeah, and the servers have a little more time to write a list of places you should go check out, and most of those places, if you during the busy season, almost every winery requires appointments now. But during the slow season, you might be able to get it.
The doors are open. They're like, come on in here, come check us out. So
it's a great time to come.
And again, the websites. If I wanted more information about these fabulous restaurants or to book a table, what would I go to?
Do them again. Valley Bar and Bottle, VALLEYBARANDBOTTLE.com, and then Valley Swim Club. Our seafood restaurant is VALLEYSWIM.club, CLUB.
Okay, valleyswim.club.
.club.
That's amazing.
That you can do that now?
Yeah, I didn't know it was a thing.
You can do dot anything almost.
That's great. I'm going to reserve Sonoma dot anything and see what happens. What happens there. Hey, Lauren, thanks for coming on. This was fantastic. Always appreciate you having here. Everybody else, after you've made your reservation at valleybarandbottle.com or Sonoma Swim.
ValleySwim.club.
After you've done that, please go to SonomaValley.com and check out special deals and offers. Also, we have our 100 days of winter wellness. We have all sorts of amazing activities. I might even add on there, take a cycling lesson from the Maniac at Park Point because you want to get all pumped up and stuff like that. And Mom and Dad, thanks for listening. We'll listen to you guys or see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.